What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, I wanted to talk about both silver and gold and something that we should consider while stacking moving forward. But on top of that, we also have to talk about the Joe Biden, Jerome Powell press conference that took place yesterday and break it down a little bit, help people understand what's going on. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos, subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos, get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club for giveaways, live streams, deal alerts, and a whole lot more. I will be going live tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come hang out. And of course, make sure to go and get your 6 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Refer one friend by June 9th, and they're going to give you all the way up to 100 free random stocks. Everything will be linked in the description. So today is Wednesday, June 1st, 2022. The current spot price of silver, as I'm filming the video, is $21.57. It's up 6 cents today so far, or up 0.28%. A mild green day for the beautiful white metal. Spot price of gold is $18.30 even. It's down $7.40 today so far, or down 0.4%. A mild red day for the beautiful yellow metal. And of course, the gold to silver ratio is in the 84 to 85 to 1 range. But of course, that's as I'm filming the video, not as I'm editing, posting, or as you're watching. So head on down to the comments and let me know the date and time you're viewing the video and what the current spot price is for you. I'm always curious. Alright, so today I wanted to talk about a couple of different things. I wanted to talk about the silver. I wanted to talk about the gold. I wanted to reiterate one of my stacking strategies in an attempt to fight inflation with inflation. I'll explain what I mean by that a little bit later in the video. But first, before we even get into the money, I think we need to first talk about the currency. More specifically, inflation. So for those of you that didn't know, yesterday, Joe Biden and Chair of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, met to discuss arguably the biggest problem people are facing right now. Inflation. Now, if you watched yesterday's video, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, but being that I film my videos at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, unfortunately, the meeting hadn't happened yet. So yesterday's video was more of a heads up than anything else. But today, now that I've had a chance to review the press conference, I wanted to break it down. But unfortunately, the entire press conference lasted a minute and 20 seconds. So there's not a whole lot to break down. I thought we'd be given a little bit more, at least, but it is what it is. So first things first, 46 started by saying that his plan is to address inflation by respecting the Fed's independence and allowing Jerome Powell to do his thing.
My plan is to address inflation. It starts with a simple proposition. Respect the Fed. Respect the Fed's independence.
He said his only involvement is appointing people to positions within the Federal Reserve, and after that, he gives them the space to do their job.
My job as president is not to not only nominate highly qualified individuals for that institution, but to give them the space they need to do their job. I'm not going to interfere with their critically important work.
Funny though, because he's saying all this while sitting in a room with Jerome Powell, and last time they met, all of a sudden Jerome Powell changed his stance and also stopped using the word transitory. It's going to be interesting to see if Powell has been swayed at all this time too. The next thing 46 said was that it's a priority to focus on full employment and stable prices, and that he's confident this issue will be tackled because of the larger number of confirmed board members that are laser focused on addressing inflation.
The Fed has dual responsibilities. 1, full employment. 2, stable prices. Chair Powell and other leaders of the Fed have noted at this moment they have a laser focus on addressing inflation, just like I am. And with a larger complement of board members now confirmed, I know we'll use those tools of monetary policy to address the rising prices for the American people.
And oddly enough, that was pretty much the press conference in a nutshell. Again, I thought we were going to be given at least a little bit more than just that. I don't know how much more confident we're supposed to feel now, but I do know that we already have analysts' inflation expectations for the month of May. The next inflation report, which is coming out in about a week and a half. The last report showed 8.3% inflation, down from 8.5%. Barely a difference at all. And the expectations this time around are that we're going to be seeing 8.2% inflation, down from 8.3%. Even less of a difference. But again, that's the expectation right now. We've been missing a lot of expectations as of lately. We've been missing the jobs reports expectations. We've been missing the New York manufacturing expectations. Even the last inflation report that we got, we missed on year over year, we missed on month over month, and we missed on core inflation. So I don't know if you want to bet the house on it this time around, but it's currently what the expectations are regarding what the next inflation report is going to say. But not only that, I also wanted to quickly point out that the press conference ended in a really strange way. As soon as 46 stopped talking, you could hear employees in the background rushing everyone out of the room, saying, "Thank you, everybody out, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go."
And that's why we're meeting, folks, and thank you for coming in.
Thank you guys. Mr. President, why do you think there is
Let's go, guys, let's go. Thank you, let's go. President, you always get me to do one. Thank you, let's go. Thank you, let's go. Let's go, guys, let's go. Thank you, let's go. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go. Come on, guys, let's go. Thank you so much. Let's go. Let's go.
It was bizarre. I had never seen that before. But anyway, though, moving away from all of that, moving away from Jerome Powell, moving away from Biden, moving away from the Federal Reserve and inflation and all that, let's now get into the silver and the gold. And being that this video is kind of two topics in one, if you want to head on down to the comments and let me know your thoughts on that press conference. But now moving away from that, let's get back into the precious metals. So sitting here on screen, you can see that we have a nice little selection on display. We have some 90% junk constitutional silver up here at the top. We have some Roosevelt dimes, Walking Liberty half dollars, Washington quarters on top of a 10-ounce silver bull bar, and also on top of a 1-ounce Westminster bar right next to a 1-ounce American flag bar. Over there we have a 5-ounce Sunshine bar on top of a 10-ounce Sunshine bar. We have a 5-ounce Aztec calendar underneath this little pile of gold right here. 1/4-ounce Philharmonic, 10th-ounce Philharmonic, 10th-ounce Eagle, Maple, Krugerrand, and Britannia. And also Kookaburra, as always. Have some Queen's Beasts right below. A Yale and a Greyhound. We have some Creatures of the North in the bottom corners. Kraken and a Werewolf. And of course some miscellaneous 1 troy ounce pure silver coins, which is what I spent the first couple years of my stacking journey really focusing on. Maples, Kangaroos, Type 1 Eagles, and obviously now the new Type 2 Eagle. So a nice little display. But I wanted to talk about something that I've been becoming more and more confident in when it comes to a new tactic while I'm stacking silver and gold. And that would be my way of fighting inflation with inflation. And by this I mean pretty much matching whatever the inflation report says. If it says 8.3%, maybe I'll try my best to increase how much silver I pick up that month by about 8.3%. For example, if you were to put, I don't know, let's just say $500 into silver this month. Let's just say that's what your plan is, to get $500 worth of silver. And let's just say you want to go by the inflation expectations, 8.2%. You just bump that $500 up by 8.2%. You know what that gets you? $541. So it's not something that you're required to do. It's not something that I'm going to sit here and say that you should do, but it's definitely something you can consider. If you were going to throw $500 into silver anyway, consider bumping that up by $41, give or take. It's just something to consider. Or let's just say you were planning on picking up 15 ounces of silver this month. A specific number of ounces of silver. If that's what your goal was, maybe consider bumping that up by 8 point something percent, 8.1, 8.2, 8.3, 8.4, whatever. Something to consider. And at that point, it gets you to about 16 and a quarter ounces of silver. So you could just round that up to 17 if you want. You could round it down to 16 if you want. Regardless, you're inflating how much silver you're going about picking up. And that's a point that I've made several times over the last couple of months. And I didn't want to harp about it too much today, but there was something else that I wanted to talk about. Something non-stacking related, a little bit more prepping related. Now, of course, stacking silver or stacking gold, at least in my opinion, is a form of financial prepping. Financial prepping is prepping. But I'm talking about something else. With inflation continuing to be an issue, we've been seeing this for quite a bit of time now. In December, 7% inflation. January, 7.5%. February, 7.9%. March, 8.5%. April, 8.3%. And May, it's expected 8.2%, but we don't know for sure. Regardless, inflation's up, and just because the last month or so it potentially hasn't been back on the rise, the big fear right now is that it's plateaued and it's moving sideways. So let's just say the expectations are correct. Let's just say it ends up being 8.2%. 2 months ago it was 8.5%. The following month it was 8.3%, and then the month after that it was 8.2%. That's not really moving anywhere. It went in an upward direction much quicker than going down, taking multiple months just to move by not even 0.5% in a downward direction. That's not good. Not a good sign. So something that I think we should be doing right now is preparing ourselves to the best of our ability. Because not only can we see prices continue going up or just staying up as high as they are, we can also begin to see more shortages. Remember, supply chain constraints are still an issue. And not only that, there could be a limit on how much of this or how much of that we're allowed to buy at a time in an attempt to prevent people from hoarding. So you might want to start loading up on things now. You might want to start doubling down on your preps. I know a lot of people are complaining about the premiums on silver right now. Well, all right, no big deal. Maybe take your foot off the gas just by a little bit so that you have a little bit more currency to put into your preps. See, that's where a lot of people fall short. A lot of people are just like silver, 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 and then an emergency happens and all they have is a pile of coins. You got to get prepared in other areas as well. And not only do you have to get prepared, you have to stay prepared. Stay ready so you don't got to get ready. That's the number one most important thing. So focus on some food preps. Focus on prepping when it comes to your water supply. Do you have a method of water purification? Or at the very least, have several months worth of gallon jugs of water or big cases of water bottles? Do you have enough water to last you at least a couple of months? When it comes to food, do you have the canned goods And I say canned goods because that's probably the best way to go, or the easiest or cheapest way to go. Just walk down the aisle at the store, and each can is what, like $1.80 or $2.25 or whatever the case may be. Grab the canned fruit. Grab the canned beans. Grab the canned soups and stuff like that. The shelf life on canned goods, they won't go bad for a long time. A lot of the time, they'll last you like 1.5 to 2 years. And even if you get to the point where it's gone beyond that best if used by date, remember, it's a best if used by date. It's not an expiration date a majority of the time. If it says best by a certain date, it should still be able to be consumed. The nutritional value might go down, the flavor might not be there, but it should still be consumable. So make sure you're loading up on the canned goods. Make sure you're loading up on the water. Make sure you're loading up on the tools and the equipment and everything you could possibly need in case things go south. The last thing we want is for a 2020 2.0 type of situation to happen and for us to be unprepared for it. If it happened 2 years ago, we should all be on the same page right now and understand that we should be ready for something like that to happen again. There's no reason to not be prepared right now. Now, I know there's no way of being prepared for absolutely everything. There's no way of being able to be that proactive. But that's what you want to focus on. You want to be as proactive as possible. You don't want to be problem-oriented. When something goes wrong, you don't want to sit there being like, oh no, something went wrong. You want to be solution-oriented. So when something goes wrong, you have a way of solving the problem. You have a method of combating the issue, at least somewhat. You don't want to be caught in that type of a situation where things go wrong and your whole world falls apart. Remember how people were panic buying big cases of water, toilet paper, and food at the grocery store 2 years ago? Remember the panic mode that people went into? You don't want to be mixed in with that. I remember I was prepping for a couple of years prior to the crash of 2020, and when everything fell apart, I remember I was watching videos of people getting into fistfights at Walmart. You know what I was doing at the time? I was kicking back with my feet up, because I already had the food. Remember, this was early 2020, and the food that I was sitting on, I purchased it in 2019, and 2018, and 2017. I had already been preparing to the best of my ability, and not only when it comes to food. I had the bug out bags prepared. I had a water purification unit. I had a backup source of power. I had a portable cooking stove that I could take outside, like a camping cooking stove. I had all of these prepping items and these prepping products. And you know what I've been doing for the last 2, 3, 4 years? I've been urging people to get themselves prepared. I've been putting out hundreds, maybe even thousands of videos at this point, talking about general preparation, financial preparation, and other forms of preparation. So if all this time has gone by and you're still not prepared, I don't know what to tell you. Stay ready so you don't got to get ready. And make sure you're loading up on the stuff right now that you know you would need in the event that something goes wrong. Load up on the things now before everyone else starts panic buying these things later. Because what are you going to do when you need water and you go to the store and there's a limit on how many cases of water you're allowed to buy? Or, even worse, there's no water left to buy. What are you going to do at that point? This is why I always say, I personally believe, in my opinion and from my perspective, silver and gold are very important to be focusing on right now. But they're not going to do you any good when you go to the store looking for food and there's nothing left on the shelves. You got to prepare in all different ways. You have to have a multifaceted preparation system set up for yourself and your family to combat a variety of different issues so you stand a better chance of staying afloat during rocky times. Whether it be inflation going up even higher, whether it be shortages, whether it be less food or less products on the shelves at the store, gotta get prepared now. If you're not preparing now and you're waiting until there's an emergency to begin preparing, best of luck. That's all I can say. But that's what I wanted to talk about in today's video. I want you guys to head on down in the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Kind of talked about 3 things here. Number 1, breaking down the press conference. 2, talking about silver and gold and fighting inflation with inflation by inflating how much you're acquiring. And of course 3, preparation beyond the silver and gold. What are your thoughts on everything shared in today's video, and how are you getting prepared? What are you doing right now to stay proactive so you don't have to resort to being reactive like the 99%? Head on down to the comments and let me know. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Go and get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel in the biggest possible way. We got t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, coffee mugs in a bunch of different designs. Many of the products are helping us raise some funds and awareness for different charity organizations, by the way. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club, which is where I do giveaways every single month. Live streams multiple times a week. Remember, I will be going live tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come hang out. Deal alerts on silver and gold almost every single day. You can watch all of my videos early and commercial free. And every Saturday morning, I post a brand new vlog. And there are a ton of other perks as well. VIP Club link in the description. I guarantee you the value exceeds the cost. And of course, last but certainly not least, make sure to go and get your 6 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Normally it's 2, but they bumped it up to 6 for the next couple of days, so capitalize on this while you can. You can deposit any amount, by the way, even as little as a penny. It still works, it still counts, you still get your free stocks, so make sure to take advantage of that. And if you refer one friend to the app by June 9th, Webull's going to give you all the way up to 100 free random stocks for the referral. I know it sounds insane, but it's part of their advertising budget. Rather than wasting currency on billboards and TV commercials, they reward their users for helping them build their app with them. Don't pass up on an opportunity. Webull link in the description. Time is running out. And by the way, being that this video is coming out on June 1st, there should be a brand new promo for the month of June coming out as well. But again, I'm filming this video at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and the app hasn't updated yet because the market's not open. So keep your eyes peeled, download Webull, fund your account, refer a friend, and check out what the 3rd promo for the month of June is going to be. Webull link in the description. If you don't want the stocks, go and get them anyway, sell them. Congratulations, now you have the cash to go and get you some silver and gold if that's what you want. Webull link in the description. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know once again, what are your thoughts on everything shared in today's video? When it comes to the press conference breakdown, unfortunately there wasn't a lot to break down from start to finish. It was like a minute and 20 seconds. But I want to know what your thoughts are regarding what took place at the conference, what took place at the meeting, and then of course when it comes to stacking, what are some of your strategies when it comes to fighting inflation, potentially with inflation, inflating how much you're acquiring, and then of course when it comes to prepping, general preparation, are you getting yourselves prepared? Are you staying proactive so you don't have to be reactive? Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.